afternoon, Stow fans. Welcome to the last 16 of the Vase. Me and Lau are here today up at Wroxham. Nice sunny day. We're looking forward to an entertaining, hard-hitting clash. Lau, how are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good. A little bit apprehensive. It's a big game. It does have that feel of, I've said it to a few people today, it does feel a little bit like Biggleswade last season. I know it was the round before, but obviously the last round we were at home, so it felt a little bit different. But this is our first big away day, if you like, in the Vase this season, at a round where it's quite close to the finish line. So it does have a little bit of a feel like that, but hopefully it'll be a different outcome this time.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun factor in the crowd today. Really, really good atmosphere. However, for a team that's in our league, we haven't played this season, so a team that we know well yet unknown this year. Are you expecting any surprises from Wroxham today?
Perhaps, yeah. It does feel like that a little bit because, okay, this time next week, well, we'll have played them twice because we're going to be back here next weekend for the league. But yeah, going into today, it does have that feel of like a glebe, like we did in the last round. They were a team that we'd never come up against before and gave us a really good game. You look back at that game, we went 1-0 up, but it was 1-0 for a very long time until the last 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, and we got that second goal and killed the game off. But for a long time, especially in that second half, they were the ones on top. So it does have that feel like that, but obviously we've got to see how we get on today. We've played them before, but it's a new Stow team, and it's probably a new Wroxham team as well. There's only a few names that we know from last season, so we're not really sure what we're going to see today. Yeah,
definitely. You mentioned team news. Obviously, we'll get to the Stow team in a second, but let's look at the Wroxham team. Quite a young side, and one or two big names that we certainly know of around these parts. What is the lineup for today?
Well, I suppose with the Wroxham team, that the main man that jumps off the page is Grant Holt, former Norwich City player, legend of Norwich City. He's been at Wroxham for the last couple of seasons. Been not playing week in, week out, but when there's been some big games, he's turned up and he's their top goal scorer, 13 goals this season, which is a good record for halfway point. The other main name really from a Norwich perspective is Simon Lappin, and not in the squad today. I understand that he's had a couple of bookings in the Vase, so that means he's suspended for today, which is a big shame for them because he's a big player for them, as we've seen highlights on Twitter and their website and everything. Scored big goals, set up big goals, so that's a big miss for them today. But I mean, the main one really that jumps off the page is Grant Holt, and he's starting today for Wroxham.
He's obviously going to be a danger man, we know that.
Absolutely.
But Stow themselves got some big names in there. We understand 3 or 4 changes from today, and obviously a lot of experience, a lot of quality to choose from. What has the gaffer gone with as his starting squad?
Yes, we've got a few changes, as we seem to say every single week. But yeah, 4 changes from last weekend. I had a check at the God Manchester team from last week. 4 changes coming in: Seb Dunbar, Joe Jefford, Luke Reed, and Robbie Sweeney. They're coming into the team. Dropping to the bench: Dom Doherty, George Contrell, Anton Clark, Curtly Williams, and that leaves the rest of the bench with Matt Blake. Leon Otley-Gooch gets the call up to the bench. He scored a hat-trick for the reserves last weekend, so making the benefit of having 7 subs instead of the 5 this week. So he's coming in, and Danny Potter, of course, as the replacement goalkeeper if we need him today.
Well, that's some safe pair of hands to call on.
Yes.
Well, look, that's the lineups. We can't big it up much more. It's the last 16. One team from the Inferno Nun will make history today and make it to the last day on that trip to Wembley. Like we said, sun's out, we're ready, players are ready. We'll get to the action and we'll catch you afterwards. Thanks a lot.
Well done, Sweeney. Come on, Ollie. Yes, come on. Come on,
It's a great ball. No, we not sure. No chance. He wouldn't have got that in his heyday. No, that was the shot you meant.
Full-time here, finished Wroxham 2, Stowmarket Town 0. It's an unfamiliar feeling really for us. We've had such a long unbeaten run, and for it to come to an end on this game in particular, the boys must be gutted, and yourself as well.
Yeah, disappointed mainly because of how we picked up in the second half. You know, I felt first half they dominated. Didn't really create much, but they definitely dominated the ball. Had a few chats and organised a few things, and then second half I thought we were the better team, and the goals come against the run of the play. But you know, cup games, decisions and things like that change it, and even though we went down to 10 men, we kept playing forward, and I think we've hit the post, hit the bar again. So you know, on another day we might nick an equaliser, but you know, congratulations to Wroxham. Fantastic crowd. I don't know how big the crowd was, but it was incredible to be involved in a game like that. Wish Wroxham all the very best for the next round. And I'll be watching the draw with interest. But tough one to take today, but have to suck it up. And we've got a league game Tuesday to crack on with.
You touch on the big crowd that we had here today, and we had the kick-off delayed by 15 minutes because there was just so many people that wanted to come and watch this game, both from a Wroxham and a Stowmarket perspective, which is nice to see. But a nervy opening 45, but coming out second half, Stow looked in some good form there, and it looked like only a matter of time before we were going to maybe get a goal.
Yeah, and I think that's why the defeat's hard. You know, had we gone in at half-time 1-0 down or 2-0 down, then you sort of can accept it a bit more. But when we came in at 0-0, as I said to them, you know, they've had a lot of the ball. As I said, they haven't they've created some half chances, but nothing of major. And I said, we haven't been at it, and we can't be that bad again. But credit to them, because they moved the ball well. And I said second balls in particular, so we need to start getting on top of, because I thought they won 80-20 of the second balls first half, and that simply wasn't good enough for us. We started getting closer to people. As I say, we started the second half well, and I thought, right, here we go, we're going to nick one. Josh's header, keeper's made a great save, and it's just disappointing the man of the first goal, because we talk about throw-ins, and Holt, with his experience, has got a strong header back in the middle of the park, and next thing you know, we're open. So that's really frustrating, because it came from our throw-in. But we have to work on these things, and it's been a privilege to be part of the occasion today, last 16, so further as the club's been. I do think it's a missed opportunity, but hey, football's got a habit of kicking you when you think you've cracked it, and that's why we won't get too downbeat. We don't get too high when we win, so one less competition. On a plus side, we can go to Portugal now. So, but no, it's just one of those things.
I suppose the good thing really is that the games are coming thick and fast this month. As you mentioned there, we've got Clacton at home on Tuesday. We're going to be back here next week, probably not as much focus on that as there was today, but it's still going to be a big game for the league, and I suppose really that the focus has got to be first on Tuesday, getting the 3 points and getting back towards the league and putting that pressure on going into next Saturday.
Yeah, 100%. We said to the boys, they're hurt, and of course they are. We've been on a fantastic run. And it was a competition that we all dreamt about. So, but it is what it is. Back to league action Tuesday, as we said to them. Got a tough game against Clacton at home. Clacton drew with ease 0-0 at their place. So, bread and butter. I mean, the league has always been number one priority, as I've said on many occasions, and we'll now focus on that and see if we can get that put to bed.
Well done on a record Vase run, a brilliant unbeaten run as well, and hopefully we can get something going again on Tuesday. And unlucky today.
I'd just like to thank all the Stow fans as well. Incredible today, and as I say, it's a privilege to be part of such a big occasion. As I said, I don't know what the crowd was, but it looked sort of 700-800, and if that is the case, I never thought I'd be managing a Stow Town team in front of a crowd like that. So I'm proud from that point of view. Just disappointed we couldn't take that step further, but I wish Wroxham all the very best in the next round.
Great to see you, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Thank you, mate. All the best.
Well, there we have it. Vase dream ends for Stowmarket today. 2-0 to Wroxham. Congratulations to Wroxham. Probably one of the toughest opponents we've had this year. They go on to the last day, and I'm sure we wish them all the best moving forward. Lau, it just really wasn't the 90 minutes we wanted, was it?
No, absolutely gutted, and as you say, first and foremost, congratulations to Wroxham. It's, as we said earlier in the week, it's going to be a big win for either club getting through at the quarterfinals, so we do wish them all the best. But from our perspective, yeah, we're gutted, aren't we, in it? Feels a bit strange, really, because we haven't lost in it in a long time. 26 games unbeaten, going back to the FA Cup when we played a team 2 leagues above. That was our last defeat. But yeah, it's just a massive shame, really, that we've gone out. But it's been a great run. We've never got to this stage before. First time we've ever been in the last 16, and unfortunately for us today, just wasn't to be our day, and it comes to an end of our stream.
Exactly. Like, it has been a hell of a run. We're all used to cup competitions. We know that when it comes to a cup, form goes out the window. It's 90 minutes. Slow start from Stow. Difficult first half. All credit to Wroxham's keeper. I think he kept them in it in the second half with some absolutely superb stops. Obviously, the red card's a big decision. We'll have to have a look back on the tape and maybe discuss it later in the week. But you are right. There's still the league. There's still the other cup competition. The season's not over. First defeat for Stow is a big learning point, do you think, play for the players?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. And as luck would have it, we're going to be here next weekend. We're coming back here for the league, and it's I think, yeah, as much as we love the Vase, the last couple of years we've had some good runs, we've had some good memories, but going forward now it's got to be all about, as much as we love the Vase, let's try not be in it next season. Let's try and win the league, get promoted, and be in the FA Trophy instead next season, and that's what we'll be if we get promoted. And we've still got 2 other cups to play in, the League Cup, that's on the 18th in a couple of weeks' time against Swaffham quarter-finals, and also the Suffolk Premier Cup in the quarter-finals. There's still a lot to play for Stow, the league as well, and it's a big couple of weeks coming up still. We've got Tuesday home to Clacton, and then back here Wroxham on the Saturday, and then the Tuesday after we've got Swaffham in the league. So lots. League Cup, lots still to play for. So we've just got to dust ourselves down. It's a big disappointment. We all wanted to go far, but there's still a lot to play for. That's got to be the message going forward now.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, season's not finished. Still trophies to be won. Still a lot of games to be played. Still a lot of minutes to be football. We'll bring you every highlight from the games coming up between now and the end of the season. We're going to leave it now. It's not the result we wanted. Sad end to the day. However, we move forward. As we said, Tuesday, Clacton. Keep an eye out for all the highlights later in the week, and we will join you again next Saturday when we are back at Wroxham for the league. See you later.